What's going on, guys?
Hola! Welcome back to Sip, Savor, and Celebrate. I am Chris.
And I am Devin.
We've had these on our counter for the what's up next, and we've got a lot after it, but I'm like, you know what? We really need to get through this brand. This is something that is like a staple over at Sip Tequila, which is awesome. You guys are amazing. Peyton, thank you very much for helping us out. Hannah, you seem to always be packing up my deliveries. And Jesus, I love the little thank you notes too. Those are cool. Um, I've got like 1,001 Sip Tequila stickers everywhere. They send you a thank you note. They send you a sticker. These people are really, really cool. So thank you very much. If you happen to be in the Stuart, Florida area, pop into their new facility. It's quite big. You were there.
Yep, and
I'm
tell
kind
them
of
Sip,
jealous.
Savor, and Celebrate sent you.
Yes, definitely. Give us a little shout out when you get there. So let's talk about Compavada. Oh, actually, before we do that, why don't we talk about our sponsor? You want to go ahead?
I mean, I wanted you to talk about it first, but okay, sure. So, as you see, we love the Neat Glass Company. I'm using the footless glass today, and you're using the footed. And we've got a lease that you see oftentimes in a lot of our episodes.
That's right.
These are backed by science. When you might say, Devin, what do you mean? So, the alcohol that comes out of the drink is most oftentimes comparable to an anesthesia.
Yeah,
So
the
that
ethanol.
numbs your senses, your smell, and so as you're drinking, you don't really get what you're smelling. Part of enjoying a beautiful beverage, whether it be a gin, a scotch, a whiskey, a bourbon, a tequila, um, is enjoying what the distillers have put in there through smell as well as taste.
Yes.
This gives you the perfect smell right there in the center. It sends the ethanol out the sides. You can head over to the neatglasscompany.com and pick up your set of glasses 15% off using our promo code
SSCNEAT. And that is all capital letters. That'll get you 15% off of everything but the travel case. And I do recommend the travel case.
We use it everywhere.
Because I'm telling you what, when you go to a restaurant or a bar, and I don't know about you, but I like to have a good tequila, and I know you like to have a good bourbon or something with your dinner. And they usually come out with like either a shot glass for tequila. I'm like, no. I would like something different. And if you've got your own glass, you can make your dining experience that much better.
Correct.
Okay, there we go. Let's get into Compavada. Compavada is a clean, well-made tequila, but it is not made all at the same distillery. This company likes to go to different distillers and say, will you make me this Blanco and make it the way I want? Make this Reposado the way I would like it. Make this Añejo and this extra Añejo. This is our buddy Sergio Cruz. Sergio Cruz did the Blanco. The Blanco is made at 1414, and it is... What's that?
Nothing.
Reposado. What did I say? Did I say?
You said Reposado.
I said Reposado? Did I really?
You did say Reposado.
I apologize. Reposado.
So guys, we drinking some Reposados today. Yo.
Better than Reposado.
I mean, that one was not me.
All right, here we go, y'all. This is, we're talking about tequila that is from the Highlands. They're using stainless steel tanks, open air fermentation with classical music being played in the background. Fermentation without the fibers. It is using a copper pot still. They use a roller mill to crush it, which, by the way, they now have up and running over at 91414, their Tahona. Mm-hmm. We saw all the pieces of it, but it wasn't put together when we were there. This is actually going to be also the stone brick ovens that they're cooking it, and deep well water is what they're using to go ahead and... can we... Okay, good. I had a beeping in the background. I'm like, oh my god, my house is going to blow up. No. Using deep well water to rinse those out.
Oh, and Sergio, let us know. Are you going to be there, like, beginning of the year? We're thinking about visiting for a quick, short trip to come see you and the rest of our wonderful distillers. So if you're close, just drop it in the comments. Let us know. Because we looking for some tequila and that Oaxacan cheese. Because, dude, you do it right.
Okay, so this is one of the lighter ones from them.
I'm so struggling with it because to me it's like celery agave water.
You're not wrong. So I'm still getting, but it's all very, very light
Mm-hmm.
and soft. So it's hints of 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 mints and it is a little bit more on the vegetal side, I think. But I'm also getting like a savory fruit of some sort. You know,
I can't say I'm there, but
I'm kind of like on the bergamot, like a bitter orange, maybe. Citrus is there. That's what I'm getting. We going in? Salud.
cheers, y'all.
There's that bitter orange citrus. It's very light on the palate, almost watery, if you may. There is like a sweeter note to it.
It is for sure kind of sweet agave forward, which I absolutely enjoy out of my tequila. But it's very light. It all dissipates really quickly and
Yeah,
just
very
leaves you
watery.
with water.
Yeah, it's very watery.
So, with your hands tied, I don't think this is one of the best spirits Sergio does. But they've also asked him to make it to their standards. So
It
I
is
understand
clean.
that.
There's nothing else but water, agave, and yeast. That's it. So it's still there. Let's rinse and let's go on to the repo. By the way, on this one, people are saying they're getting cooked agave, citrus, mineral, pear, grass, vanilla, jasmine. That's a new one. White pepper, fruity, lemon, peach, mint, lavender, licorice, tropical fruit, pineapple, musty. Didn't get that. Raw agave, alcohol, and
No,
flowers.
I put my deodorant under there. Smells just great. Thank you for asking.
On the palate, people are saying white pepper, alcohol, cooked agave, black pepper, fruity, flowers, mint, artificial sweetener. Okay. I didn't get that. Minerals and tropical fruit, pear, grass. Why are we talking about grass? But okay, grass, herbal, pine tree, and briny salt. I didn't get half of those. All right, so now we're on to the reposado. Now all of these in TMM have above 80 credit scores. We got above 80 credit scores. Above 80 scores. I try to do it again. It's like I'm trying to keep it going. Anyways, so let's go into this reposado. The reposado is made at NAM 1068. They use...
That's a new one. I don't know that one.
I can't say that I can think of anything. I'm going to go into it in just a minute.
Okay.
But
Please do.
it is stainless steel tanks, fermentation without fibers, stainless steel pots, French oak barrels, American barrels, wine casks, and they're all used. Roller mill to crush them, distill it twice. They cook it in a high pressure autoclave. So let's see, who else is at the
I do get the wine barrel. I will say that is there, but this also smells like dirty, like dishwater. You know how you did the dishes and didn't rinse the like foam down at the end, and it just kind of like died on its own,
Sure.
and then you run water later. That's what it smells like to me, and I don't know if I'm on board with that.
Okay.
But I get the wine barrel for sure.
I get a slight wine barrel casts. Well, they only make. Oh, well, we have had one of the tequilas from there. They only make 6 tequilas here. Um, La Pugla. We've had that one. That's really good. Don't recognize any. Oh, Tequila 3030. I heard that's really good, but I haven't tried that one yet. Okay, so here we go. Slightly wine, light white pepper.
So this is okay. So let's have a frank conversation for 30 seconds. This is what really irritates me about people or these companies that go in and say, "Hey, Sergio, give me this," but Chris, give me this, and Devin, make me this. Like, you don't have a way to compare them because they're each made by a different recipe and a different twist on how they do it.
Right. I'm gonna still say that this is so light.
Because I can't even say that the Blanco is still present because they didn't make the Blanco. They don't know what the Blanco smelled like or tasted like.
No.
And you could think I'm
There's
crazy.
slight vegetal notes in there, but no, it's very light. Everything I'm struggling to try and pick out some flavors because it's very mute. Same thing I thought with the Blanco. I thought it was very mute, and it's difficult. I know you got the snooper sifter.
The snooper sister.
Yeah, dyslexia is kicking in. Sorry.
I mean,
The super sniffer, and I apologize.
I don't care. I was laughing at you, just like they're going to.
I mean, it's light. It's not offensive. None of so far these first two are not offensive. So, when
Well,
you take
what we need to do?
What's that?
We need to get into tasting it.
All right, I'll shut up. Let's get going. We got more to go. Tastes like a rosé tequila. So there's the wine.
I was gonna say it's light, it's buttery, it's got a nice
tasty.
mint. It does have a nice kind of rosé that rounds it out.
That's what I'm thinking. Not bad.
We gotta keep moving.
Sweet forward. I'm gonna say it's like sweet forward. It's like a rosé. The palate is 10 times better than the nose. I'm gonna give it that.
This one smells like a nice whiskey. The Añejo?
I need to talk about these damn.
So you guys remember how he always used to make fun of me about opening bottles. If you don't remember that, go back and watch our previous content. That is one thing I personally miss about some things that we changed, just because letting them breathe gives you a little bit more to nose and go through. So that's kind of what we started to do. That's why you haven't seen me opening them. But I do miss that. But you had the challenge of opening them today.
Oh my god, this wax on here is so difficult to get these bottles open.
And I opened 2 of them with not a problem, y'all.
Yeah, and you did. You lucked out. So let's talk about the Añejo. The Añejo is actually made at the same distillery as the Reposado. What is this one made?
That's the X-ray.
This one's made at the XA is made at NAM 1414. 1477. Excuse me, 1477. So these two are at the same place. These two are different than these two. Okay, here we go.
So this smells like a beautiful. You know what you're doing?
I was trying to see if on TMM when I'm looking this up, this one is not. It's not recorded how they make it. So I'm going to presume that they made this the same way as the Reposado. They just aged it. That's the best.
So to me, this just smells like a beautiful whiskey. Nice barrel. You do get just a hint of that tequila coming through. Nice vanilla, a little bit of caramel. There's just a hint of kind of like smoke from it, like which I would attribute to the char of the barrel.
Mm-mm. I don't get that, but I do get your whiskey. Um, I think it actually it makes me think more of a nice run of the mill sweet forward bourbon.
Okay.
Because whiskey, when I think whiskey, I think something harsh like Jack Daniels. Ugh. But anyway, um, it does have. Okay, I'm getting your smoke now. It is taking me a minute to get to it.
And that is sweet forward much more than I had thought.
Lots of barrel.
And lots of cinnamon. I feel like
Okay.
this is what I
Okay,
feel
okay,
like.
okay, okay.
All right, are you ready? Here's your cinnamon stick. Here's your piece of barrel. Now bite them at the same time. Oh,
I'm gonna take
it's like Christmas.
I'm not going that.
Well, I am.
It's very barrel forward, but it's almost like a Cinnabon. Yes, Cinnabon. That's where I'm going down. I'm going like a Cinnabon. Um, one of those, yeah, cinnamon rolls from Cinnabon.
Mm, I don't know about that, but I'm glad you enjoy it because actually I enjoy it as well. So
I think I like this one the most out of all three so far. Just gonna say that right now. This one is the best out of all three, in my personal opinion. And maybe that's because it's making me think of Christmas. We're almost to Thanksgiving. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm at.
yeah, drop in the comments. How do you get through Thanksgiving? Is it the same way we do? Alcohol, tequila,
No,
any
because
good
I'm
any good
cooking all the damn
recipes?
time.
Um,
I love to cook.
although I was on the phone on the way over here and we were talking about amaretto eggnog. Yeah, might be something I try this year.
Well, I mean, I can see that because instead of using like a good rum, you use amaretto. I could totally do that.
I know I'm totally down, and Lord knows I can't say that on camera.
Okay,
There is a nose difference.
yeah, I like this one still better. This is still my favorite. This is still my favorite. All right, this thing.
Hold on, let me get my eraser up in here.
I know. We're on 4, so it's kind of like you got to get to it. Now, this one is the extra añejo. So the panel is not being as nice as they were on these three. The panel is not as nice on this one. It's 75, but the community is still giving it an 84. This is at NOM 1477. They're using stainless steel tanks, copper pot stills, American oak barrels, wine casks that are used, roller mill, distilled, stone brick ovens.
Please tell me they are saying either sage or pine on the nose.
No, but there is a tobacco. So on the nose, people are saying that they're getting whiskey, vanilla, leather, oak, agave, caramel, honey, nuts, artificial sweetener, cherry, roasted nuts, coffee, citrus,
Y'all have
tobacco,
some issues.
tobacco, fruit, pitted fruit, black pepper, maple, medicinal, smoke, raisin, cinnamon, molasses, and clove. Water up first.
So I'm sticking behind my pine and like my sage, like nosing. I wish I got some of those cherries and like some of that spice. I really do, but to me, this. Oh Lord! I didn't even look at your face, and now I gotta try it. Fail. Those subtitles you were supposed to shut off, sir.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, hold on.
body language says it all. Yeah.
Here we go. It's actually not that bad.
Really? It tastes like a Pez stick. I love Pez, but it tastes like candy.
So you're not getting the cherry. You're not getting the
No, I
molasses.
do. I do.
Okay. You're not getting the molasses, which you just said you do. You aren't. Are you getting, there's a little bit of chocolate to it?
It's the bitter aftertaste that's throwing me off. So at the first tip of the palate, it's like, oh yeah, I do get those cherries and sweet caramels and in barrel notes, but it's almost like there's fake sugar in there. That's the part that's throwing me off. It's giving me. If you ever had like erythritol, that's exactly what I'm going to. If you ever had, like, I've had a venture on a keto lifestyle for a while. At one point, I'm not on it now, but when I was, this is giving me erythritol. Erythritol. So like it's sweet at first, but then it evaporates. That's what I get with that.
I'll give you that. The tobacco was kind of nice, but honestly, 1 out of 4. If I were to choose one, you're right.
This is the winner for me.
Absolutely.
100%. This is the winner. So if you're going to buy one of these, I would go with the regular Añejo. What are people? People are saying on this one, they're saying vanilla, oak, whiskey. No. Cooked agave, caramel, leather. No. Honey, fruit, black pepper, cherry, nuts, artificial sweetener. Nuts roasted.
It's worse when you rinse, for the record.
Coffee, citrus, tobacco, pitted fruit, maple. I get the maple.
Yeah. You.
I do get that maple.
You.
You're like, ew. Yeah. Remember that SNL skit with...
Anywho, guys,
Sorry.
I know this one has run a little bit longer, but
that's
hope
because
you
we have
stuck
more.
with us
Yes.
through to the end to see which one we recommend, which is unanimous. Doesn't happen often, but when it does,
True.
we're on
That
usually the
Añejo.
same page. We appreciate you for tuning in, and don't forget to always sip, savor, and celebrate. Salud.